Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset, or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming.
Everywhere you go, you can hear the laughter. Little kids playing, chasing after. Innocence shines bright like a built-in light. With their giggles and smiles, everything feels right. Oh, the joy of little children filling up the air. Their happiness, contagious, nothing can compare. Just watch them run and play, carefree and wild. Oh, the joy of little children.
Your theory.
I think it's possible that someone has my son. I think it's possible that someone has my son. I think it's possible that someone has my son.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. It is June 8th. I had to look. June 8th. Can y'all believe it? Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Hello, everybody. Hello, beautiful Janice. Hello, mods. Hello, chat. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, Dawn. Hello. Janice said, thanks for all you do, Smiley. Member for 10 months. Oh my God. Putting up with me for 10 months. Some people can't even put up with me for a day. Thank you for being here for 10 months and being a member for 10 months. I love you. Love you, Miss Janice. Thank you. Hello, Miss Ann Reynolds. Hello, beautiful. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome. Good to see you, and hope floats. Carol, hello. I got your email. I am going to check into that, ma'am. Hello, everybody. Hello, Grace Paris. Hello, beautiful. Dear BMW. Hello, BMW. Hello. Hold on. Uh-oh. I am so silly today. I am so silly. Hold on a minute. Is Millie in here yet? Millie! Millie! Oh my gosh. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Where am I at? Okay, BMW. There you are. Okay, Grace, Donna, Mary. Hello. Welcome. Nyla, hello. Ginger Snap, hello, hello, hello. Barbara, good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. Much love to you. You're on your deck watching Blue Angels. Oh my goodness, I love the Blue Angels. They fly so low. Hey, it's better to go out there and watch them because I know you're going to hear them anyway. You're going to hear them anyway. You might as well watch them. I love their show they put on. They used to come, well, they would come to Pensacola all the time when we were over there, but they come here too, but they come up by Tyndall. But oh my gosh, it is so hot outside. I tell you, it has been so hot. I don't know if I could stand going to a show now if they were here. At least you're at your house and you can run in and out, you know. They put on a great show. Yay, yay. Get you some sweet tea or lemonade or water. I got my coffee and my water today. Got my coffee and my water. Yesterday I just had water. Oh my gosh. Great to see you, Barbara. Love you. Who is on that flyer on your show today? Oh, Carden. That's just one. That's just a made up one. The one on the outside, yeah, that's just made. But this one right here, hold on a minute. Uh-oh. Shoot. Hold on. This one is the real Sebastian Rogers. Okay? This one, hold on. That's on my show right here. That's just one we create. That's just one we create because sometimes it won't allow us to put the real picture up there. So no, it hasn't been updated. That's not how he would look. That's just a creation, okay? If you'll notice where it says hair blue, okay, that should be your first giveaway, honey. That should be your first giveaway. Sebastian's hair is not blue. So, no, that's just a creation. This is the real right here, okay? So, that's just that, okay? Sometimes we have to, okay. Are we all cool now? Are we understanding? Just wondering. But hello, hey, hi. That's just a creator. That's just what we do. Okay. That's not Sebastian. Okay. This is Sebastian by the FBI right here. Right here. So yeah. That's the real flyer right there. This one don't look like Sebastian? Well, hold on a minute. Are you saying these pictures don't look like Sebastian? Because these are Sebastian by the FBI. The reason that they don't look like Sebastian, how about is because his mother didn't put the correct pictures on the Amber Alert. She put younger pictures out. How is that? Huh? That's what we've been screaming for almost 16 months. That's why these pictures don't look like Sebastian. These are the photos that his father, okay, put up. Am I answering your question? These are Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And this is an updated flyer from FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Just wondering. Is that what we're talking about? Hey, Cooper. Hey, West End. Good to see you. Hey, Little Red. Hello, hello. Sand in the Mouse, hello, hello, hello. Susan Elizabeth, great to see you. Mary Harris, hello. Sharon, hello. Tears Ran Dry. Roxy, or hello, everybody, good to see you. June 11th is your husband's birthday. We got so many birthdays in June. So many, Miss Ann. Happy early birthday to him. I know, Miss Ann. I know. Oh, Deanna, hello. Reba Thompson, hello. Hello, everybody coming in. Neuro V, hello. Hello. Lisa Thompson, hello. How is your husband doing, Lisa? I hope y'all are doing good. Are you still home? I hope you're still home. Mini Panthers, hello. D. White, hello. German Shepherd Mom, hello. Tap Dancer Lizzie. I hope everybody is doing well. Hello. Selena Dixon. Y'all put green hearts in here. Christy Smith. Hello, everybody. Tracy, hello. Annabella Honeys, are you going to work today? Good to see you. Hello. Let me see here. I got a little bit behind there. Lisa Thompson, thank you for being a new member. Welcome to Smiley's Squad. Woo, Lisa. Love you, girl. Angel Wings. You said it. You kept Smiley from saying something off the chart today, at least for now. Julia, Maurice, hello. Elaine, GGF2, hello. Diane, hello, honey. Sherry, hello. Welcome. Tracy, let's see here. Lisa B, hello. Love everybody here. Tears Ran Dry. Chemistry Queen, been a member, much love for 3 months. Woo! Thank you. Love you, honey. Love you. I got to get on that members live soon. Okay. Dapper, a.k.a. Tangerine. Woo! Laketh Ann. Okay. I'm going to mess this up big time. I'm going to mess it up. Cuban King. Oh, I messed it up. I am so sorry. I love you. Kitty Catty. Just correct me because I know I'm wrong, and I love you, and I appreciate you being here. Kitty Catty, Tabitha Star, Sherry Lynn. Just slap me upside the head. Lil Red said, today I found a new group called Charlie's Project. Oh, you didn't know about that? Okay. That has made their own Sebastian poster. It's not perfect. It's not part of any nonprofit. It's not part of any nonprofit organization. Yeah. We know about the Charlie Project, and you can drop that link here. And they do good work, I think. I think they do fabulous work. In my opinion. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Loretto. Okay, let's see. Sherry Winlet, Sherry Lynn. We have all kinds of Sherrys here today. I have all kinds of Sherrys. I love you all. So I think I'm at the bottom. I don't know, like couponing, in my opinion. Okay, so I hope I got everybody. Whew. It is hotter than a freaking bullfrog on a blacktop pavement, in my opinion. Couponing. And you spelled it with a K. I'll try it. I'll try it. And that is if I don't forget it. I get so messed up on these names. Oh my goodness. But I never forget a face. I never forget a face. I don't know. YouTuber, has Smiley got all kinds of Sherry's in her cabinet? Oh, Sherry. Sherry's got a heart of gold. It's raining there. Oh my goodness. It is so hot here. God, it's miserable hot. Hey, Rose, welcome. Look, I pulled my cards again. I pulled them. Be the reason somebody smiles. My look, couponing. Look, my talking and pronouncing these names is the reason that y'all are not only smiling, that you are laughing. Okay. Okay. All right. Just do all the things with great love. Y'all know I love you. You know I love you. Okay. You know dreams don't work unless you do. Do your best. That's what Smiley's doing. Smiley's doing her best. Couponing. Couponing G. Hey, Lorraine Law. Look, it's okay. I will cut you out. It's really, I will call you out. But they still love me. Okay? They still love me. Because sometimes, and I do that all the time, because sometimes I just don't see that T. Sometimes I see it crossed. I see things that are not there. Y'all better leave me alone, okay? Just leave me alone. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can, all right? Don't lose your fire, okay? Smiley is not going to lose her fire, all right? I'm just not. These names are not important. They're not your real names anyway, honey. Did y'all forget that? That's right. At least I keep Sebastian's name out there, and that's what's important. That is what is important, honey. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Hey, but guess what? I want to show y'all something. Everybody hit that like button. This came to me earlier, and I want to show y'all this before we get started on Sebastian. It is putting somebody else out there that's in a cold case first, real quick. It has to do with the reason I want to show you is Eric Craddock, okay? You too, hindsight. You too, honey. And I want to show y'all what he says about this cold case. Okay, this is about somebody else. Her name is Brandy Thompson, and Eric spoke on this. And I'm just wondering why all these cases are going cold in his jurisdiction. Let's watch this real quick. It's not a very long interview, but let's watch how Mr. Craddock handled this. Okay, let's watch this. So we're going to give News 2 credit here, full credit. I'll put this back down, and we're going to share screen, and we're going to go to Brandy. Her name is Brandy. We're going to share this. I'll back it up a little bit.
One new lead and nothing since. More than 2 decades after a mother of 4 disappeared, Sumner County investigators are desperate to learn more.
Brandy Thomerson struggled with bipolar disorder and drug addiction. Her husband said sometimes she would disappear, but it's been 20 years. Tonight, News 2's My Owens takes us inside the case.
Brandy was reported missing in March of 2003.
Brandy Thomerson was 42 years old. The wife and mother of 4 has never been found.
Oh, everybody loved her. She was fun to be around.
5 years ago, we talked to her husband, William Thomerson. Back then, the couple owned a restaurant in Portland. About 45 minutes north of downtown on the Tennessee-Kentucky border.
She was supposed to be back at work at the restaurant that her and her husband owned and just never showed back up.
When we spoke with her husband, he thought nothing of Brandy's disappearance, telling News 2 she would go missing all the time, struggling with drugs and alcohol. She also had a bipolar disorder.
Just an addictive personality or behavior she couldn't control.
But she was never gone this long, which is why soon after the family filed a missing persons report. Then a lead in the case, bringing law enforcement from Sumner County to Davidson.
The statement is that she was dropped off at an area hotel in the Dickerson Road area and then vanished into thin air. She's not been seen or heard from since.
And the case has gone cold.
Every lead that we followed led to a dead end. There was nothing else that we can find to do to attempt to find her.
That has to be frustrating.
It's extremely frustrating. We like to solve cases here in Sumner County.
In Sumner County, Mai Owens, News 2.
Now, Sumner County detectives believe someone knows something about this disappearance, and they hope that someone will come forward. If you know anything, call the sheriff's office at 615-452-2616. Any information could help.
Okay, does anybody know? I'm just wondering of any cases that they've solved. I'm just curious. Thank you, Mike, so much. Thank you, Mike, for your support to this channel. I appreciate you so much. So that come to me, and I didn't want to share that, but I just thought it was interesting. I have seen her picture out. I didn't realize she was from Sumner County. I really didn't. I will be sharing her more. So I just wonder, did anybody know about that case? That's honestly, and I feel bad for, not looking into that more. That was sent to me earlier, but I like how he said that. And that might have been a big case, and I honestly did not know. So when I seen her, I thought, wow, she looked like one of my girlfriends from back in the day. I mean, it's not, because I still stay in contact with her, but I'm like, she's very pretty. What does he mean? It's been 20 years. Have they solved anything? Do we need to start checking into all the missing cases just in Sumner County alone? Really? I'm just curious. I really am. As we know, we're going to talk about Sebastian today again. I want to know, who can we believe? Who can we trust? We've heard Sebastian went missing. Well, we've heard he went missing February 25th, and FBI did change his flyer. But let's ask these questions. I want to keep his name and his face out there. He went to Texas Roadhouse on February 25th, 2024. But did he actually make it back home? That question was brought up the other night. Is there proof? There's no video, no neighbor sighting, no timestamp showing he walked through the door. There's none that showed he walked out the door either. That's on my interview with Chris and Katie. Why hasn't that been made clear? Why hold that information back? How would confirming that detail hurt the investigation? If anything, it could help this case gain new traction, in my opinion. If the public knew he never came home, people would start asking better questions, and maybe someone would come forward with something they did not think was important before. Yep. How many cold cases are in Sumner County? I'd like to know now. Definitely, for sure. Why the silence? No official source has confirmed that Sebastian made it home the night of February 25th, 2024. Here's what we know so far. Now, look, I haven't changed. I'm not going to flip-flop, okay? I personally, in my opinion, I still do believe that Sebastian, yes, made it home. That's me and my opinion. Yes, I do. But there were questions raised, and they are very intelligent, very good questions. Alicia says she don't, and that's fine. We can all agree to disagree. But I tell you, I am beginning to wonder. I really am beginning to wonder. Because listen to me very carefully. This is what we know. According to his mother, Katie Proudfoot, she heard a noise around 10 p.m. and believes, and this is what she said. I'm sorry, she don't believe. This is what she said. She told him to go back to sleep, but that doesn't confirm he actually went to bed or stayed home. That's just what she said, right? The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and Sumner County Sheriff's Office have stated there were no confirmed sightings of Sebastian after that night, and there were no camera or public tips placing him at home, right? Oh, yeah, Alicia, that's one thing I said early on. And I believe that it was premeditated. And I said the only most horrible thing would be if it was premeditated and he was unalive. But I believe in my heart and my soul, with everything that I got, that this was a premeditated case, in my opinion. I agree with you. Hey, Terry Parker and everybody coming in. Hello, hello. Law enforcement has said the last confirmed sighting of Sebastian was on February 25th, but that he has not been seen or verified as being home. They have not come out and said that. Let me take this banner down right here. Hold on. The only person that we've heard say that so far is Chris and Katie, right? And Chris wasn't even there, allegedly. No one, including family members or investigators, officially confirmed he has returned home that night. So the official position remains. He was last seen February 25th at Texas Roadhouse, okay, and getting in the car with his mom. Nobody has confirmed evidence that supports he was home after that, except Katie. All we really have is Katie, and out of her mouth, and Chris, who backs her up, who was not even home who has decided to poke his nose in and tell this narrative. Unless he was actually there, and either way it goes, he can't say that because he's done lied to the police, and he will be arrested if he changes that story now, even if he gets out on bond, which I think would be better if he just comes forward and tells the truth. But allegedly, he was not there. So who can we believe? Hey, Pamela. What are the real facts? I honestly trust nothing and nobody. Oh, yeah, he's already changed the story. They've both changed the story, but he's already changed his alibi. I wish, I have it somewhere. God only knows where it's at, but in my 32,000 clips and pictures, and seriously, I'm fixing to go into another new phone here shortly. Y'all don't understand. And as unorganized as I am, Jesus Christ, Lord help me, Jesus, take the wheel. I wish somebody could find that clip where he changed it from Memphis being at work to down the road to wherever it was, but Mississippi, which is not far, but that is not the point. It was still not the same place or the same alibi he gave. Horn Lake. So, thank you, Lady for Justice. That's right. Absolutely. Thank you, Stephanie. I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Sam. Everybody coming in, thank you. I will start believing when I start seeing. And again, actions speak louder than words. Oh, yeah, I heard it with my own ears too, Lady for Justice. So whoever's saying that's not correct, y'all need to hear that, because we heard it. We absolutely heard it. We heard it and we saw it. It's just a matter of, I didn't know this was going to come up, or I would have tried to find it, honey. And when I tell you I got 32,000, and this is in the new phone I got, then I got to go download all these freaking, y'all don't understand. You just don't. If law enforcement says they're doing everything they can, but won't bring in outside help, won't hold a press conference, haven't updated the public regularly, then their actions don't match their words. That's my opinion. When parents or guardians show emotional detachment, inconsistencies in their stories, or refuse to work with searchers and the public, it's natural for us to question their motives. In Sebastian's case, those questions are very valid. What has been confirmed by hard evidence, where's the cameras? Where's the timestamps? Where's the phone pings? What has not been accounted for, missing surveillance, deleted messages, altered timelines. What's been blocked, what's been ignored, refusal to release records, no FOIA cooperation. You know, those type of things. I don't remember what Lori drives. That's her best friend, right? When you and others like you are the voice for truth, when official, silence grows, it's people like you who relentlessly ask questions, who keep hope alive and pressure building that matters. That's my opinion. You're not wrong to feel distrustful. You're not. There's many missing children's cases or adults, just like I just pulled this video up of this lady right here, that go cold or unsolved, that has shown that truth doesn't always come from people who are supposed to protect it. That's why you got to keep digging and digging, and you cannot be silenced. February 25th, 2024, that date should be filled with facts, cameras, proof, timelines. This is not the damn 50s, okay? But even if it was, there should be some real good old-fashioned police work being done, and there's not. But instead, it's filled with doubt. Why is that? Little Red said, I believe the yellow coat guy is the same guy that was seen in the woods that day before he went missing, and the same guy in the picture with the sunglasses wearing the Rolex. I've wondered that. There's a lot of people that do wonder that. Lady, I think it was at least maybe 4 months ago, and that's just my opinion. I don't really remember. Hindsight might be able to answer that one. But instead, all this is filled with doubt, missing pieces, and silence. No one, not law enforcement, not the mother, not the community, has officially confirmed that Sebastian made it home that night. We hear he was in his room, but did anyone see him? Now, there was said to be a silhouette. Hey, Daphne, case files. But we have not heard claims or confirmations that literally saw him. We haven't. Seth cannot make out if that was his son. The police can't make out if that was Sebastian taking out the garbage. And again, as I told y'all the other night at the Texas Roadhouse video, who had on the hoodie? Who had on the dark clothing? It was Katie. Even Chris said she walks like Sebastian. And if this was pre-planned, it could have been her taking out the trash. Everything was too grainy. And if you notice in the Texas Roadhouse video, Sebastian had on short sleeves, and he looked like he was cold in there if you go over that video again. And guess what? I asked the other night, did anybody ask. And I challenge Seth to go in there and ask them. It don't have to be brought out here in the public, but hell, I challenge Eric Craddock or anybody to stand up in public and say they have Sebastian Rogers' clothes from the night he was in Texas Roadhouse, because he had on blue jeans and a short sleeve shirt. And I, again, challenge y'all to tell me how that is supposed to hurt the case if they come out and just say that. Because you tell me how Katie knew if she didn't get her ass up off that phone call with allegedly the 2 or 3 hours she was on the phone with Chris, and between studying, which she later mentioned to Nancy Grace that she just threw that in there somewhere, out of the blue, whether it was true or not, that she would even know what Sebastian had on when he allegedly went missing sometime from her home. How did they know he had on all black sweatpants with white stripes? And where is the blue jeans and t-shirt short sleeve that he had on that night? And if you don't remember, Chris struggled with about, all the t-shirts and all the things that could have been on the t-shirt or sweatshirt when he left, trying to make some kind of narrative out with that. Just curious. I do think that is a big deal if the cops has those clothes or not, in my opinion. I wish I could. I wish I could. I can't tell anybody that. I would like to say he will be, but I would be lying to you if I said for 100% fact that he would be found. I honestly don't even know what to think anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. There was a time I would have said he's probably going to be found. But if I sat here today and I told you that, I would be lying. I sure hope he is. And I hope he is either way. And I hope he's alive out there somewhere. I think the truth will come out. That I believe with all of my heart. That I do believe with all of my heart, that the truth will come out. And I do believe if he's found, just like his dad said, in front of that police station up there, I don't believe he'll ever go back with his mother ever again, in my opinion. Because I don't believe, after the system has failed him, not only will his dad not let that happen, but I believe if it even attempted to happen, that you would see so many things in the public that you never saw before, that they would never be ready to handle. And that's just something that would never happen. They made one mistake of failing this child. They would never fail him again like that. It would not happen, in my opinion. It would never go down in history like that. I don't trust words. I trust action. And the actions in this case already speak volumes. That's just me. We're not here. I'm not conspiracy. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I do and can look at everything, and I can look at all sides. I think we're heartbroken citizens. I am a heartbroken person, human, demanding the truth. And until Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is found, we will not stop bringing up his name. I will not stop. Again, personally, do I believe he made it home? Yeah, I do, but I do have questions. And I think there was some good points made up the other night. Where's the proof and where's the facts? Because I don't believe Katie. I don't believe a word, zero, out of her mouth at all. None. Zero. And it's probably a good thing Chris talks more than her, even though he wasn't there. He's way more believable than she will ever be, in my opinion. I want to watch something else.
I gotta set this down because I need to read something to y'all. I got some confirmation I've been waiting on from a buddy of mine that's retired. He was an police officer in Dallas, Texas for like 16 years, and then he went into the investigative side, and then actually he went to the sheriff's office after that, and now he's retired and he actually works oil field. Total craziness, but that's how it is. I wanna go over something because something that's always bugged me in the Sebastian Rogers case, which if y'all remember, on the 2nd of April, I believe it was, which was what, the day before my birthday, we were actually in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Well, we were actually about 29 miles outside of Hendersonville, Tennessee. But when that came across the scanner, right, about the address and then the warrant being criminal, and everybody was so confused and so trying to understand, and why would they do this? Why would they not? It wasn't an arrest warrant, remember? It was just a criminal warrant. Well, the criminal activity warrant, right, which is a criminal warrant, which could mean, for one, the main focus of that particular warrant, according to my...
Whoops, sorry. I want y'all to just listen to Rich. Rich and Ruby is a channel I do like a lot. And I want y'all to listen to him. And what he's talking about is, you remember, I think this was after the court date, or right when they had the court date with Bullhorn Betty. And remember, it come out, and y'all, this is not facts, okay? This is just, he's releasing this because he talked to his friend, Alicia, and you know what he's talking about. But he has a lot, and he got threatened too. When he went up there, he's the one that got the note on his book bag. Okay. He spends his own money. Okay. He does the searches on the ground, yada, yada. He waited to put this out though. He didn't just jump on it. Okay. He spoke with his police officer friend. You're going to hear. Okay. I'm just going to let y'all hear. I have spoke with him on the phone in links. I want to have him up here sometime. If he's listening now, he's more than welcome to. I'll drop him a link. He's more than welcome to come up here and explain himself. But I want to play this. And this was about the criminal. Hell, I can't even think. Gosh. It was about the warrant, that they served. And everybody was up in arms about what was the criminal warrant for. Are they going to get arrested? Are they having the yada, yada, yada. Well, Rich dug into this. I didn't have any inside information on this or anything, but I heard this just like y'all did, or those that did. I'm playing it now. And I'm going to go over it with you. But anyway, I want y'all to listen to this, okay? I really want y'all to listen to this. And again, if he is by chance listening to this and he wants to come and grab a link or anything, he's more than welcome. I admire him a lot. Y'all go sub up to him. Go listen. He's always taking care of these kids. I just like him. Okay. Let's just, without further ado, I want y'all to listen real carefully though. Okay. I want you to listen real carefully. Okay. Now, hold on.
My sources. It's criminal activity. A part of an investigation, right, that indicates that a criminal offense was committed. They believe a criminal offense was committed, and a judge signed off on this based on evidence that could lead to seizure of a vehicle, a phone. We noticed that, remember they said that they didn't take a lot of the stuff from the home. Like, there's certain things that evidently are coming out, and I know it's been a long time, guys, but this is something that I can now talk about that I couldn't talk about beforehand. But evidently there was some cameras, right? A lot of people came out, I remember, and said cameras, they had to have had cameras. And then some people said no, some people said yes. Well, evidently when they got something back, okay, and I don't know if this was Secret Service, if this was someone else, evidently, that if you know that when you do dumps in areas that they pick up all kinds of things, right? Well, a lot of times, if it's working off of Wi-Fi or internet or whatever, like a camera, Ring camera, it's working off the internet or connected to a cell phone, right, which links to that cell phone, which we know like their door locks were linked to their cell phone. Okay, I'm just trying to paint the overall picture because I want y'all to understand that this could mean any one of these things. It could have been something about the door lock, right? They wanted to take that door lock off. Maybe something was discovered that, hey, we can actually search the history of this no matter if they wiped it or not. Maybe it was something led them to this. Whether it would be a dump that was done in the beginning that maybe something was overlooked and maybe someone else caught it. But some kind of criminal activity they're being suspected of. Now, I don't know which one of them. My source is telling me that it's the mom. I've never really talked about this part of it, but from what I'm learning is that the eyeball has been on Katie. And I think that's why she's been so quiet and hesitant to talk. And he did so much talking because evidently he felt like if they were going to get one of them, they were going to get her, not him, which he'll eventually go down to. If he knew about it and had knowledge of it, which I'm sure he did, he defended her to the end, right? Which I think the end is actually almost here, to be honest. I'm hearing some things that are flying through the tunnels right now. And I wasn't going to talk about it. I've been silent about a week about it. And actually, I did 3 or 4 videos a few days ago, and I never posted them because I was like, I can't talk about that yet. But now, if it's associated with an address, right, then that suggestion is that something is believed to be at that location that they have issued that they believe was criminal activity, and now they're filing a criminal warrant of seizure to take whatever that may be, whether that be a person, whether that be, usually it'll have a person's name if it is a person, but like he said, if they're trying to keep it under wraps, it could have been for both of them. It could have been for both of their cell phones. They could have discovered that they had other phones. They could have discovered these other things that we had sent in about these different ways of communicating through this network you can utilize, right? That's like almost non-traceable, where you can take a phone off of a shelf that doesn't have a number and utilize that number from your home, which is a private hidden number, and make it work on that particular cell phone or that device, iPad, tablet, whatever. We talked about this in a video a while back. I don't know if y'all paid as much attention to it, but the thing is here that's getting me on this. The communication is when it's usually done over radios, like how they wear the radios on their side, on the up by their shoulder now, the little mics, whatever. Something is dispatched to them, or usually done to them on their cell phone. Then they get on the radio, and they communicate it out to an individual. It's the importance of this. Remember, is this is basically, look, I'm just going to read it. I got it right. I didn't want to give it to y'all, but I'm just going to hell with it. I'll just go ahead and do it. I know I probably shouldn't do it, but at this point, I don't care. The important to remember is that having a criminal warrant doesn't necessarily mean that a person is guilty, but it means legal authorization is based on information and evidence, okay? Some kind of strong evidence made them do this, right? That's all I'm going to go. I'm not going to get all the other details about it because I don't want to start something here. But what I'm getting over this overall picture of what I'm being explained to, because I asked, please break it down in every way possible. It sent me about 9 pages, okay, to explain what this could mean in every way and shape, form, right? Okay, because that's what I wanted to know. Is there some way that this can mean nothing? And then the answer to that question, no. Okay. Does it mean that both or one could be, right, guilty of something that they just recently discovered evidence on? Yes. Okay. Is this something that could be something to do with a court hearing or a trial? 0, no. That is considered subpoenas and other things, which is what we thought, but I wanted to get 100% confirmation. And I know I'm a little late at the game of getting this out, right? But I wanted to make sure I had it right. And it's looking to me like, from what I'm gathering from what I received, basically based on their regulations and how the laws work, and because every state could possibly be different, but I gave him the state, I gave him the scanner, I sent him the clip of it being, shouted out on the radio to give him a better understanding, because he's like, I need to know exactly what was said, right? And because he said sometimes they might have let something out 5 or 10 minutes before that you didn't catch. And then when they came down to this part of it, it could have been a bigger picture that we didn't see. For him, what he believes this is that they gathered evidence that pointed them to get a judge to sign this, to put out a criminal warrant for a seizure of something, whether it be that truck with that Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever, whether it been Katie's car, whether it be another vehicle, whether it be cell phones, computers, cameras that were basically run off Wi-Fi or cell phone data, something that is to do with electronics mainly is what he's saying, whether it be cameras, phones, iPads, tablets, computers, all kinds of devices, right? We know that this could be. The good thing about this is that it has meaning that we actually might be closer to getting an answer than we thought. You got to remember, this was April, right? So now we're at April 2nd to May 2nd, May 2nd to June 2nd, okay? That's what, a couple of months? That's not that far. Because once they seize this, okay, they send it off. Because it all has to be done based on the warrant, right? So if there was 5 warrants piled into that one warrant to get that one device or multiple devices or cameras or phones or anything of this nature. Remember when Stephen Stearns wiped out and completely cleared his phone out twice, but yet everything still remained? Remember that, right? Because everything is mystery in a cloud, okay? The one thing about it is you're looking at 30 to 90 days, most likely, for them to, that's about how long it would take to get everything back once the seizure is done. That means once that warrant is served and those devices are taken, I think it's either the Apple Watch or some kind of cameras that they might have had, whether it be a ring light bulb, something that was controlled on their phones, which is what I'm kind of getting the understanding of is basically it's some kind of either camera footage or door lock information that they needed to either, they found something not to be credible, and so they went after it. It could have been something that was tucked away that was seen by somebody new that was put on the case, or somebody new that looked at the case, or and said, hey, did you check this and this? This is showing us something right here. Did y'all catch this? And if they said no, okay, well, let's figure out what could it be, right? And I'm wondering, I've always wondered, did they have a camera inside that home? Did they have those ring light bulbs? I think they did. Based on neighbors, like that light bulb to them, when I showed them a photo, they were pretty sure that that's exactly what the light bulb similarly looked like, which is like, you know, they make all different kinds of brands. I've showed y'all can get them for as low as like $9.99, right? At Home Depot, Lowe's, Costco's, BJ's, Sam's Club. A lot of them sell these light bulbs, and you can put them in any light socket in your home or outside. And it's basically a camera that you can control from your cell phone, which means it would be on your electronic device, which means even if you deleted it and wiped it out, it's still there somewhere. And maybe it was overlooked in the beginning and then it was found, right? And then it was, okay, now we got to send this off to make sure. If y'all remember, Stephen Stearns, they found that stuff right away, but then they had to send it off to get everything recovered correctly. That could take up to 90 days, guys. So if we're to know something about this, if it is going to be what I think it is, we're only looking at about less than 30 days before we probably know. Is this going to lead to an arrest? According to my sources, he's 90% sure that it's probably going to lead to something that's not going to be good for them. And evidently there was another one served in Gallatin 2 or 3 days later. So
whoops, sorry, I forgot I was on mute. And see, that's what I wanted y'all to hear, because I never heard that one about one being served in Gallatin 2 or 3 days later. I don't know if any of y'all did or not. But again, I don't know. And I don't know if that was concerning anything that was going on with the case with Bullhorn Betty or not. I don't know. But I don't know. I just think that that's interesting. And it was interesting to get the retired cop's view on it and what was happening. Let's see. I thought it was for a court hearing that was with him. No, well, I don't know, but I know that what's going on with that is that's going on, as far as I know, with, I think with Seth and in Clarksville and in Montgomery County. So I don't know for sure. I don't know, because I don't know. I don't want to say anything on that, because I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to talk about that on any record, and I don't know. Okay? I just don't know. But as far as criminal, I just thought that this was interesting. And so I can, like, I want to put this out. Like I said, I love Rich and Ruby, and I want y'all to go over there and listen. He has some fascinating information and videos and stuff like that. We'll listen to a little bit more. I just want to I wanted to point out what he said about the Gallatin one. So hold on.
So, if that is to be true, and that is to be correct, okay, remember that the Bower Sox had 2 of these lines. If you go back and watch my video, 2 of these mystery secret phone lines, right? That goes through all kinds of like IPs and things of this nature that you can utilize different. Okay, if that is the case, and that gives them 2 lines or 2 phones that would never be identified unless the right person knew about it. But what's shocking to me, guys, is that when I sent all this information in February, right towards the year anniversary, I sent in all those videos that I had made with all that information and all this information that I had. I sent it into the FBI, right? Because I didn't trust sending it in the other way. So I sent it in that way, and I titled it Sebastian Rogers Case. Could be tips, could be nothing. That's what I put. Please, at least, look at, right? I don't know if they do or not. They could throw the shit away. I don't really know. Trigger warning, excuse my language. But they could. They don't have to look at my stuff necessarily. But I had mentioned these private hidden lines in there. And I did it on a video as well. And so if that is, maybe that raised an alarm. Maybe it made them look at something twice. Maybe.
Ooh, thank you for being a member for 3 months.
Possible, most likely, probably had nothing to do with it. But this is probably something that they had already discovered and were in the process of trying to figure out. But what if that is coming to something? Here we are giving up in a way. I'm not, but a lot of people are. And that's usually when something breaks, right? It's when people start fading and giving up, and then it's like, whack. Like that whack that he said he did to Sebastian. It's like whacked him upside the head with something, So are we going to see arrests, right, in the next 30 days, or less than 30 days? I'm counting it down, guys, to the 2nd of next coming month. April to May, May to June, June, July. That'd be right before Independence Day. What a holiday to make an arrest. July 4th, my sister's birthday. That would be something. Wouldn't that be a shocker if on the 4th of July, these people are in the middle of partying down, thinking they got away with everything, and then all of a
That'd be
sudden,
some explosion, wouldn't
out
it?
of nowhere, a flashbang goes off, a door kicked in, a camper door ripped off, flashlights pointing in their face, and night vision goggles staring down their throat, and they're looking down the barrel of assault rifles going, holy crap, what just happened? Man, oh man, wouldn't that be something, guys? I don't know. I was going to wait till around the time of July to put this videos out. I don't know how many days I'm going to wait before I actually post this thing, or if I post it at all. It'd be like the 4th one that I've made and haven't posted. I just, because y'all know me, if I put something out, I want to make sure that I've checked it, double checked it, okay? I told you I was going to fight for Sebastian Rogers as hard as I could possibly fight. I've been trying everything. I've tried to be quiet about it. But at this point, I think we might actually be getting some good news. I think something big might be coming. I know it's faded. I don't care.
He does, don't he,
Janice?
Janice?
Sometimes cold cases are quickly. A fresh cold case sometimes is solved quicker than a year and 15 or the 15 months that we haven't had nothing. But and a lot of people, and you know, the thing is, you got to go back and look at Seth Rogers. Around that time,
freedom ring.
I'm renewed. I'm reconfident that they're 150% invested in this case, and that they have a mountain of evidence. Okay, I know now. Recently, he's gone out there and said that they're not doing anything. But you know what? We got to remember, up until the last time they spoke was around that year anniversary, right? And it's been dead, calm silence. And if you really go back to April 2nd, of when that radio confirmation came out about the address of the home and the warrant being criminal, there's been a zero peep of law enforcement. Zero. Like 000 peep. You know, other things have come out, you know, like America's Most Wanted and all these other things have come out, right? And if you remember, whenever they reached out to Sumner County for any information when they were doing this show,
Yes, it was
or whatever it is, missing.
I think it
persons.
was
remember
yesterday or the day before yesterday.
What did he say in that thing?
No, he don't live there, Lord.
Right? Contact the TBI, right?
Hold on.
Or I'm not gonna say if we have.
Okay, he don't live there, but he does searches there, and he has to get a private plane. He spends his own money, and he goes there a lot. He has searched Memphis, and he searched a lot of places there. I don't know if it was last time he was there or not, but he actually called me because he thought that I, was there at the time, or was I going? I've spent a long time with him on the phone, and anyway, I don't know if it was the very last time he was there, but he got somebody put something on his backpack and told him, and he called him Dog Boy. He told him and Dog Boy, because he carries his dog with him. That's one of the main reasons he gets the private plane, and told him to get out of town. He usually leaves his backpack and his, Ruby's his dog, and they go and they search, and then they come back under the tree. They eat their lunch and all that. And there was a note on his backpack. Hey, Julie, I really like him, and you need to, or you don't need to do anything, but I would go watch some of his stuff if I was you, and kind of get an idea of what he does and all that stuff. But I really like him a lot. I like his channel. He, like I said, he does a lot of his own stuff, his own money, and does other kids and people missing and all that stuff. Yeah, well, Craddock, he can say that, but he's really been silent a lot, hasn't he? He's not transparent with a lot of things he's doing, is he? And I don't know if you were in here earlier, but there's that 20-year-old case that I put out for Brandy Thomerson that he let go cold there in Sumner County. I'm really interested in that now. Yeah, I showed a video on that, so y'all might want to rewind that because that was interesting. That's at the very first of this. That was brought to my attention. But yeah, y'all go over and watch. I think I will let y'all watch the rest of that. And Rita, you are right. If there is an arrest or something, that definitely would break the internet. It really would. And it is Rich and Ruby. But yeah, I know. Isn't that right? Thank you for being a member for 2 months. Woo, woo, woo. I love you. I thank you for being here and being a member for 2 months. Absolutely. Putting up with me. Yeah, do better with Sebastian's life. It's not a game. It absolutely is not a game. Sebastian's life matters. Let me take this down here real quick. Sebastian's life matters. And I think that clarity would mean the difference between leads and dead ends. That's what I think. I think all the clarity in the world would matter. We're not asking for every detail, and we're not asking for anything but basic transparency. This case has been plagued by delays, silence, and lack of clear answers, in my opinion. When a child goes missing, especially one as vulnerable as Sebastian Rogers, the community deserves urgency, accountability, action, not confusion, not unanswered questions. There's just too many unanswered questions in the disappearance of Sebastian. Did he ever make it home? Why wasn't law enforcement out there confirming that? Why did it take so long to search certain areas? Why was the FBI not called in sooner? Why were they not asked to come back and stay, to take over? Why was others not asked back? Why has there not been a press conference from these people recently? Why was a picture not put up in the back of Sumner County of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers when there was a little press conference from those leading the case, which is Sumner County Sheriff's Office? Every day that passes just feels like another day of injustice or justice that is denied. Not only for Sebastian, but everybody that cares for him. Everybody that's looking for him. Why? Again, we're not trying to attack. If law enforcement can't confirm he made it home, what? I do too, Nicey Marie, and I've said that. I don't know if people's coming in late or not. I said, I have not changed my mind. Hey, Frank. But there is unanswered questions. And Hindsight and Mama Risa and BMW, they made good points the other night in their show. And again, I'm a fair person and I'm an open-minded person. And I've spoken with Seth and I've told him that. You know, just like when I did the interview with Chris and Katie, people was freaking out, going, what is she doing? She's treating them not, you know, they thought I was buddy-buddy with them. No. But I did treat them with respect. And would I talk to them again? Yes. Would I meet them in person? Yes. Would I walk up to them in a store? Yes, and I've told that to Seth. That's the kind of person I am, okay? It's the way I treat people. I am human. And again, they have not been charged with anything. It doesn't matter what I think. I have no proof of anything. Just because if I think somebody did something, well, I still don't have proof of it. But I can look at all sides and I can stay open, and I am an adult. And I don't just go around like some of these people that you see. I'm not going to go around and KILL somebody because I think they may have did something if I see them in person. I do know how to treat people. And again, look, y'all can say what you want to say about me. I don't care. I don't care. I'm here for Sebastian, and I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't care. I don't care who thinks it. But if I do know for a fact that anybody hurt a child, that's it. Period. Hey, Mama Risa. Good show the other night, honey. Good show. Let me do this. I want to add you too. And listen, if come to me, if you can help me out a little while, fine. If you can't, that's fine too. No hard feelings. Listen, we're all adults here too. Also, I want to say that. Okay? But listen, we're all adults here. I don't even know where I was going with this. But we can all believe. We can all believe. I'm for Sebastian. Period. End of story. But I know who's acting like they're not for Sebastian, okay? And I know who's being silent. And I know right from wrong. And I know right now, the very people that's supposed to protect anybody without bias is law enforcement. And they're very silent. And right now, we need them. We need them. Sebastian needs them. This case don't need to be cold. Sebastian's stepfather and mother and even his father, they don't need friends. They're not the ones who needs help. They're not. Sebastian is the victim. Okay? Sebastian is the victim. He needs to be found, and he needs justice because he did not walk out of that house, whether he made it home or he did not. That's right, Mama Risa. Yeah. And it shows. It shows. That's what I can't wrap my mind around. Right. That's what I've always said. That's, yeah, it's sad to have to do that. Everybody needs to get it together. But I'm speaking for the child. I would like to think in my mind. It doesn't matter what y'all think, but in my mind, I would like to think that I'm speaking for Sebastian Rogers, a child who cannot speak for himself. And I have one thing to say loud and clear. There are too many unanswered questions in this case. We've been told Sebastian went to dinner at Texas Roadhouse on February 25th, and we've seen the footage, so that's true. But here's the question. Nobody in law enforcement will clearly answer. And until the other night, when they brought it up on Mama Risa's channel. Thank you, hindsight. It was only that one thought. And it's got to be open. Did Sebastian ever actually make it home that night? Katie can come clean because she knows. Law enforcement can, answer that. They should know. If he didn't, why won't they say so? How would telling the truth about that hurt this investigation is my question, because the longer they stay silent, the more it feels like, I'm going to say it again, they're protecting someone and not Sebastian. This just isn't about one missing boy. It's about every family that's been left out there in the dark. It's about accountability, and it's about justice. We are not here to try to spread rumors. We want the truth. As long as Sebastian is missing, I won't stop asking the hard questions. He deserves to be found. He deserves the truth. Those who care about him deserves the truth. And this silence is not acceptable, in my opinion. It's just not. I can't accept it. I can't accept it. I think the only thing that's going to help to bring Sebastian home is somebody to break their silence, whether it be the police or it be Katie. You know, that's my opinion. I would say Chris, but he wasn't there, unless he wants to roll over on Katie, because it's obvious, in my opinion, he's protecting her or trying to. I don't even know if I fault him for that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on what part he plays in this, because he does play a part. I just don't know. I'm talking about if I fault him for his protection. You know, you do strange things when you love people. Beverly, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Beverly. I appreciate you so much. I don't know. It's hard sometimes when you're trying to do the right thing and you try to tell the truth and you try to explain yourself to people. I'm just me. I'm just me. I'm just me. And sometimes you don't even know why you're trying to explain yourself to somebody, because it don't even matter. At the end of the day, it don't even matter. I do too. I honestly, you know, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, I honestly do too. But that's just my opinion. I'm just asking today. Thank you, Terry. Yep. And that's all it was in my interview is the slip-ups, man. The slip-ups was so bad. We, all the way home. Man, if you know the truth, please tell it. The truth is hard. It's, you know, sometimes it's hard, especially like this, especially when you're scared, especially if you don't want to go to jail. This is your child. But in my opinion, man, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. And if he didn't, then who did? Who did? I don't know. I really don't know. But I think it's time. Yeah, Brianna's world. And there's been a lot of ups and downs with it. I'm telling you, it has not been easy. It has been hard. It has been shocking, to say the very least. Some of this stuff was very shocking. I mean, just when you think you couldn't be shocked no more. You know, I don't even know. But I don't know. I guess I'm gonna say we're not going away. We're not gonna let this case be forgotten. You know, integrity is not optional. Not when this handsome young man is missing. It's not optional. You can't be silent. You can, but at some point you can't. You got to keep pushing, no matter how hard it is. Somebody's going to have to continue to keep saying his name, keep pushing out everything, keep calling, mailing your congressman, even Eric Craddock, even no matter if he thinks he's not going to open or the emails or the letters. Even if they get like Sumner's County and send me an application, honey, it's not going to stop. We don't care. Just be respectful. Just be respectful. And keep putting out Sebastian's name, the updated flyers. Don't pay attention to nobody else. And if they want to go real life, let them go real life. I don't care personally. People's not made like me. They're not. I was just speaking with somebody like that the other day. And I told them, I said, they're not made like me and you. They're just not. And I stand by that. I didn't used to always be like that. But in the last, even before I come on here, about the last 10 years, I learned you can't always let people walk over you, intimidate you. You can't always be that shy little girl. You can't always be a, yes, I'll do this. Okay, yes, yes. It's not like that. Okay? And so when it comes to something serious like this, Smiley don't lay down and roll over. And I don't shut up. And I don't care who likes it and who don't. So who can we believe? I don't know. I don't believe a whole lot unless I see it. Who can I trust? I don't trust anyone but me, myself, and I. I'm very leery. I trust God. That's who I trust. I don't care if you believe in him or you don't. It don't make me like you, love you, hate you. I don't care who you are and who you are in your real life or not. But I'm just me. And I do what I do and how I do it. And I'm not going to stop with Sebastian. And I'm not going to stop how and what and why I do things. That's right, Mama Risa. We are a force to be reckoned with. And if you know anything about Sebastian, or you think you know anything about Sebastian, don't wait. Call it in. Please call it in. Even to the very ones you think may not do anything. You have to. Because what else are you going to do? You know, I've started saying, and I might get it mixed up from habit, but I've started thinking since FBI updated the flyer. See, I was getting it mixed up then. I would call FBI first, and that's just me. But 1-800 call FBI, and that is the direct number 1-800-225-5324. But again, that's just me. And TBI, 1-800-TBI-FIND, and send tips to tips.fbi.gov or tips to TBI10.10.gov. And then call Who's in Charge? Sumner County at 615-451-3838. And the FBI is offering the $50,000 reward. But just do that. Thank you, Suzanne. Whoop, whoop. Suzanne, thank you for your super sticker. I appreciate you, Suzanne. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. That will go towards flyers or something, or, I'm always doing something around here. I don't have a printer. I go print out. I don't know. We're doing something. Always doing something here. Thank you so much. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. And I will come back on here. I appreciate all my mods. I appreciate everybody that comes in here. I appreciate y'all sticking with Sebastian. I appreciate everything that y'all do. Everybody. Y'all please go sub up to Hindsight, Mama Risa, and BMW's channel. They had a good live the other night. If you did not watch it, please go watch it. And they'll be on again. Is it Thursday night, y'all? Are y'all coming on Thursday night? They're going to have this channel all about Sebastian. Thank you so much, Mama Risa. And they are going to, Thursday night. And I'll be watching for y'all. And I've shared your things. And and Hindsight is the go-to clip, honey. Y'all will see me. I have always shared her stuff, honey. I told her one time, I talked to her on the phone. I said, Lord, you're probably going to kill me for sharing your stuff. I get her stuff off TikTok. I get it off here. I share. She is the good clip channel. I wish I knew how to do all that. So y'all share. I'm learning. Did you see? I am so proud of myself. Look at this. Hold on. I want to show you something. I am so proud of myself. I learned it. I know y'all seen it because it was on my, hold on. I got to change it again. Look at that. Hold on. Y'all been seeing my stuff I've been doing. Look at that. I've been learning to do that. I had to brag on myself a minute. But a little bit, a little time, a little bit. I've been learning that a little bit. I had to brag on myself just a minute. One thing at a time, 1 minute at a time. So when I oh God. So I know I'm like way behind times, way behind. So yes. Oh my God. So I'm learning a little tiny bit. And so somebody come in here a while ago and said, who is that on your, and I said, honey, that one, if that's the one you're talking about, that's not the real Sebastian. That's not updated or anything. Because I said, if you'll notice, it said blue hair. I said, and Sebastian don't have blue hair. But just bear with me, y'all, because I'm learning. I may be 5 years down the road or a year down the road. I'll get there. I don't have a lot of time. But I'm sharing. And I appreciate y'all so much. Yeah, we all have our talents. I think my mouth is just one of mine. God gave me my mouth. That's what I got. Oh my God. But I love y'all. I thank you for being here. And if anybody does know anything about Sebastian, please come forward. You too, Mama Risa. Yep. And I appreciate y'all. I love you, Annabella honeys. I love you. So I'll talk to y'all later, and y'all have a good evening, okay? Y'all be blessed. Bye.